In the heart of Siberia lies a city that defies imagination, Yakutsk, where temperatures plunge to a bone-chilling 7°C. Picture this: streets covered in frost so thick it sparkles like diamonds under the pale winter sun. But what if I told you that beneath this icy facade, there are secrets waiting to be uncovered? Secrets that challenge everything you think you know about survival, culture, and the human spirit. Imagine waking up to a world where your breath freezes mid-air, and the sound of your footsteps crunching on snow is the only thing breaking the silence. How do people live here? What drives them to call this place home? As we delve deeper, you'll discover the astonishing resilience of the Yakut people, who thrive amidst harsh conditions. But it's not just about survival. It's about a vibrant culture that flourishes in the coldest city on Earth. Are you ready to peel back the layers of Yakutsk? To explore its hidden gems, from ice sculptures that tell stories to traditions that have stood the test of time? Buckle up, because this journey is about to get frosty. Extreme climate, living in Yakutsk, is like being part of a grand experiment in human resilience. The city, often dubbed the coldest in the world, regularly sees temperatures plummeting to a staggering 7°C. I remember the first time I stepped outside in January. The air felt like a sharp knife against my skin, and I couldn't help but wonder how people manage to live under such harsh conditions. The locals have this incredible ability to adapt. They bundle up in layers of fur and down, looking like walking marshmallows, but it's all part of a daily routine. One fascinating aspect of the extreme climate is how it shapes everyday life. Schools, for instance, have adapted by starting classes later in the morning when it's a tad warmer. And let me tell you, children here are tougher than any kid I've ever met. They dash out to play in the snow, seemingly unfazed by the chill, while I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea of snowball fights at 3°C. It's a normalcy that I had to get used to, and it made me admire their spirit. The locals have also developed unique skills that help them thrive. For example, I've seen people using traditional methods to build fires that produce warmth without consuming too much wood. They know the land and the resources it offers like the back of their hands. It's not just about survival. It's about living fully, even in a place that many would consider inhospitable. They've transformed their homes into cozy havens, where the cold outside feels like a distant memory. Winter sports are a huge part of life here, not just for recreation, but also as a way to embrace the cold. Ice fishing is a favored pastime, and I've been lucky enough to join a few locals on the frozen river. They set up their makeshift shelters, drill holes in the ice, and patiently wait for fish to bite. It's a communal experience, filled with laughter and stories, and it made me realize that their way of coping with the cold is not just about enduring, but also about enjoying life. All in all, the extreme climate of Yakutsk isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in its own right. It challenges, it shapes, and it ultimately brings people together. The way the inhabitants embrace their environment offers a lesson in resilience that I have come to deeply appreciate. Culture and traditions. Yakutsk's culture is a vibrant tapestry woven from traditions that have stood the test of time. The people here, known as Yakuts, celebrate their heritage with colorful festivals that fill the long winter months with warmth and joy. One of the most exciting events is the Yakut festival, which celebrates the summer solstice. I attended it last year, and the atmosphere was electric. The locals dressed in traditional attire, danced under the midnight sun, and shared their delicious local cuisine. It was an experience unlike any other, showcasing their deep connection to nature and their history. Life in Yakutsk is also steeped in customs that reflect their adaptation to the environment. For instance, the Yakuts have a unique way of storytelling, often sharing legends and folktales around the fire. These stories not only entertain, but also teach valuable lessons about resilience and respect for nature. I found myself captivated by their narratives, each one echoing the spirit of survival in a land where challenges are a way of life. Art plays a significant role in their culture as well. From intricate jewelry made from local materials to stunning carvings that depict animals and nature, the creativity of the Yakuts shines brightly. I visited a local art gallery, where I was welcomed by artists eager to share their work. Each piece told a story, and it was clear that their art was not merely for decoration, but a vital expression of their identity. Food is another essential aspect of Yakut culture. The harsh climate influences their diet, with a focus on hearty meals that provide sustenance and warmth. Traditional dishes often include reindeer meat, fish, and various root vegetables. I've had the pleasure of dining with locals, and the flavors are rich and comforting. Sharing meals with friends and family is a cherished tradition that fosters community bonds, and I've grown fond of these gatherings. In Yakutsk, culture is not just something to observe, it's an experience to be lived. The traditions, stories, and communal spirit create a sense of belonging that makes you feel like a part of something much larger than yourself. It's a beautiful reminder that even in the most extreme environments, culture can thrive and bring people together. Architecture and infrastructure. The architecture of Yakutsk is a fascinating reflection of its extreme climate and the ingenuity of its inhabitants. Walking through the city, you can't help but notice the unique designs of the buildings. Many homes are elevated on stilts, a practical solution to the permafrost that lies beneath. This design prevents the houses from sinking into the ground and keeps the interiors warm. I've been inside several homes, and the warmth envelops you as soon as you step through the door. It's a testament to how well they've adapted their building techniques to the environment. Insulation is another critical aspect of Yakutsk's architecture. The locals have mastered the use of materials that keep the cold at bay. Thick walls and double-glazed windows are standard features, and many buildings are constructed with a layer of air between the exterior and interior walls, providing an additional barrier against the frigid temperatures. I've marveled at how cozy and inviting these spaces can be, even when the mercury outside dips to dangerous lows. Public buildings, such as schools and hospitals, are designed with functionality in mind. They often feature large entryways to allow for the shedding of layers before entering the warmth inside. I remember visiting a local school and being struck by how bright and cheerful it felt, despite the bleakness outside. The design encourages a sense of community, with open spaces that invite collaboration and interaction among students. The city has also embraced modern infrastructure while respecting its cultural heritage. Newer buildings, while more contemporary in design, incorporate elements that pay homage to Yakut traditions. For example, you might find intricate carvings or colorful murals that reflect local folklore adorning the walls of public spaces. This blend of old and new creates a unique urban landscape that tells the story of Yakutsk's evolution. In Yakutsk, architecture is more than just shelter. It's a reflection of how people have learned to coexist with one of the harshest climates on the planet. The creativity and resourcefulness of the locals shine through in every structure, making the city not only functional, but also a vibrant expression of its cultural identity. Economy and natural resources. Yakutsk's economy is closely tied to its abundant natural resources, which shape the livelihoods of many residents. The region is rich in diamonds and natural gas, making it a significant player in the global market. I often hear locals discussing the impact of these resources on their daily lives, and it's fascinating to see how the extraction industries influence everything from job availability to community development. Mining for diamonds is a prominent activity here. The Mirny diamond mine, located not far from Yakutsk, is one of the largest open-pit mines in the world. I had the chance to visit the area and was astounded by its sheer scale. It's a testament to human ingenuity, But it also raises questions about sustainability and the long-term effects of such extraction on the environment. The locals are aware of these challenges and are increasingly advocating for responsible mining practices. Natural gas extraction is another critical aspect of the local economy. Yakutsk serves as a hub for transportation and distribution, connecting the vast reserves found in the surrounding areas to larger markets. I've met workers in this sector who take great pride in their jobs, knowing that they play a vital role in powering homes and industries far beyond their city. It's a reminder of how interconnected our world is, even from a place that feels so remote. However, the reliance on these resources also brings challenges. The economy can be volatile, influenced by global market fluctuations. Many locals have expressed concerns about job security, particularly during downturns. The government has recognized this and is working to diversify the economy, promoting tourism and other industries to create a more stable economic environment. In Yakutsk, the economy is a living entity, shaped by both the riches of the land and the determination of its people. It's a complex interplay of resources, community, and innovation, all navigating the challenges of life in one of the coldest places on Earth, tourism and attractions. Despite its extreme climate, Yakutsk has a surprising appeal for tourists. The city offers a unique blend of culture, history, and natural beauty that draws visitors from around the world. I've met travelers who come specifically to experience the winter wonderland and to witness the incredible adaptations of life in such a harsh environment. One of the most popular attractions is the Mammoth Museum, which showcases stunning exhibits of prehistoric life, including well-preserved mammoth remains. I was enthralled by the stories behind these ancient creatures and how they once roamed this very land. Another must-see is the Sakha Republic's National Art Museum, which features local artists and their stunning works that reflect the culture and traditions of the Yakut people. The exhibits provide a glimpse into the soul of this region, showcasing the resilience and creativity of its inhabitants. I spent hours wandering through the galleries, captivated by the vibrant colors and intricate details of the art. During the winter months, the city transforms into a playground for snow enthusiasts. Ice skating, snowmobiling, and even dog sledding are popular activities that allow visitors to immerse themselves in the local culture. I had the chance to try dog sledding, and it was exhilarating to race across the snow-covered landscape, guided by a team of eager huskies. The experience left me with a profound appreciation for the bond between the animals and their handlers. The annual festivals also attract tourists, with events. Economy and natural resources. Living in Yakutsk, you can't ignore the profound impact that natural resources have on the local economy. With a wealth of diamonds, gas, and other minerals beneath its frozen surface, the city is often described as a treasure trove. The diamond mines, in particular, have put Yakutsk on the map, making it one of the leading sources of diamonds globally. I find it fascinating how, despite the harsh climate, the mining industry thrives here, employing a significant portion of the local population. People brave the cold to work in these mines, and their livelihoods depend on the extraction of these precious stones. The extraction of gas and oil is another pillar of the local economy. Yakutsk sits atop vast reserves of natural gas, contributing significantly to Russia's energy exports. The energy sector provides jobs and economic stability, yet it also presents challenges. The environmental impact of resource extraction is a concern among locals. While the economy flourishes, there are worries about sustainability and the long-term effects on the unique ecosystem surrounding Yakutsk. It's a balancing act between economic growth and environmental stewardship. Moreover, the wealth generated from these resources has led to investments in infrastructure and community services. Roads, schools, and hospitals have all benefited from the influx of money from the mining sectors. However, I've noticed that while the city has made strides in development, there's still a sense of disconnect between the wealth generated and the quality of life for some residents. The disparity is evident, especially when you see the lavish homes of those in the mining industry contrasted with the more modest living conditions of others. One cannot overlook the influence of the global market on Yakutsk's economy. Prices for diamonds and gas fluctuate based on international demand, which directly affects the local economy. During times of high demand, the city thrives, but when the market dips, the repercussions are felt across the community. It's a constant reminder of how interconnected our world is, even in such a remote place. The local economy is somewhat of a roller coaster, and residents have learned to adapt to these cycles of boom and bust. In essence, the economy of Yakutsk is a complex web of opportunities and challenges. The natural resources that lie beneath the permafrost are both a blessing and a curse. While they provide jobs and stability, they also raise questions about sustainability and equity. As I navigate through the city, I can't help but feel a mix of pride and concern for the future of Yakutsk and its people. Tourism and attractions. When you think of Yakutsk, tourism might not be the first thing that comes to mind. However, this icy city has its own unique charm that draws visitors from all over the world. One of the top attractions is the Mammoth Museum, which showcases the fascinating history of Siberia's prehistoric inhabitants. Walking through the museum, you can see well-preserved woolly mammoth remains and learn about the region's paleontological significance. It's incredible to think about the ancient creatures that once roamed this land, and the museum does a fantastic job of bringing those stories to life. Another must-visit spot is the Yakutsk State Academic Drama Theater, which is a cultural gem in the heart of the city. The theater hosts a variety of performances, from traditional Yakut plays to modern dramas. Attending a show here is not just about enjoying the performance, it's about immersing yourself in the local culture. The passion and talent of the actors shine through, and as an audience member, you can feel the heartbeat of Yakutsk's artistic community. For those who enjoy the outdoors, the Lena River is a stunning attraction. In the summer, people flock to the river for picnics and fishing, while in winter, it transforms into a mesmerizing landscape of ice and snow. I've taken walks along its banks, marveling at the pristine beauty of the frozen river. It's also a great place for winter sports, and many locals enjoy ice fishing or snowmobiling. The connection to nature is palpable, and it's one of the highlights of living here. The city also hosts various festivals throughout the year, which are a fantastic way to experience Yakut culture. One of the biggest events is the Yakut Festival, celebrating the summer solstice. It's a time for feasting, singing, and dancing, and you can feel the energy in the air. The colorful costumes, traditional dances, and delicious local food create an atmosphere that's simply unforgettable. Participating in these festivities gives you a deeper appreciation of the local traditions and the resilience of the people who call this place home. While Yakutsk might not be on everyone's travel itinerary, those who venture here often leave with a newfound respect for the city and its inhabitants. The combination of natural beauty, rich history, and vibrant culture offers a unique experience that can't be found elsewhere. As someone who lives here, I take pride in sharing these hidden gems with visitors and showcasing the incredible spirit of Yakutsk. Flora and fauna. Living in Yakutsk means adjusting to one of the most extreme climates on the planet, and this harsh environment has shaped a unique biodiversity. The flora and fauna here have developed remarkable adaptations. For instance, the Siberian larch, a tree that thrives in these frigid temperatures, can withstand the harsh cold and grow in the permafrost. Its needle-like leaves reduce water loss, making it possible for the tree to survive in such an unforgiving environment. Walking through the vast taiga forest surrounding Yakutsk, I often find myself marveling at how life persists in the face of adversity. The wildlife is equally fascinating. Animals such as the Siberian tiger and the reindeer have adapted to the cold in extraordinary ways. The Siberian tiger, for instance, has a thick fur coat that insulates it from the freezing temperatures. Its ability to hunt and survive in such a harsh landscape speaks volumes about nature's resilience. Meanwhile, reindeer have evolved to have a special nasal structure that warms the cold air they inhale before it reaches their lungs. It's incredible to think about these adaptations when I see them roaming the snowy expanses. Birds, too, have adapted to the climate in unique ways. The Siberian jay, for example, has developed a special ability to forage for food under the snow, utilizing its keen sense of hearing to locate hidden insects. During winter, I often catch glimpses of these birds flitting about, a reminder that life persists even in the coldest months. Their presence brings a sense of warmth to the frozen landscape, and it's a joy to see how these creatures have carved out their niches in such a challenging environment. The biodiversity of Yakutsk is not just limited to the land. The rivers and lakes also teem with life. In the Lena River, for instance, you can find various fish species that have adapted to the icy waters. The lenok, a type of salmon, thrives in the frigid conditions, and its spawning season is a spectacle that attracts locals and tourists alike. I've had the opportunity to witness this phenomenon, and there's something magical about seeing these fish navigating the currents of such a significant river. However, this delicate balance of life is threatened by climate change. The warming temperatures are affecting the permafrost, altering habitats and making survival difficult for many species. The implications are profound, not just for the wildlife, but also for the ways of life of the Yakutsk inhabitants who rely on these ecosystems. As I contemplate these changes, I find myself pondering what the future holds for this unique region and its resilient inhabitants. Challenges and innovations. Living in Yakutsk, I often reflect on the myriad challenges that come with such an extreme climate. The biting cold can be relentless, with temperatures plunging to 40°C or lower during winter. This poses significant difficulties for daily life, from commuting to simply stepping outside. I remember one particularly frigid morning when I had to scrape ice off my car windshield. It was a battle against not just the cold, but also the very essence of winter itself. Yet, what's remarkable is how the residents have adapted to these conditions. Innovations in technology and infrastructure are essential for survival. For instance, homes are constructed with specialized insulation that keeps the warmth in and the cold out. Many buildings are elevated on piles to prevent damage from the shifting permafrost. I often find myself admiring the ingenuity behind these designs, which allow us to maintain a semblance of comfort amidst the harshest of winters. Transportation is another area where innovation has become crucial. In Yakutsk, there's a reliance on snowmobiles and specially designed vehicles that can navigate the icy roads. The local government has even invested in research to improve road maintenance techniques, ensuring that the roads remain passable during the winter months. I've witnessed firsthand how the community rallies together during snowstorms, helping each other clear paths and keep each other safe. It's a testament to the resilience and camaraderie that develops in the face of adversity. Healthcare presents its own set of challenges. The extreme cold can exacerbate health issues, and access to medical facilities can be complicated by severe weather conditions. However, advancements in telemedicine have made a significant difference. Residents can consult with doctors remotely, minimizing the risks associated with travel during harsh weather. I've seen friends and neighbors take advantage of this service, and it's heartening to know that we have access to medical care even when the roads are treacherous. Education and community engagement are also vital components of life in Yakutsk. Schools have adapted by implementing flexible schedules and online classes during extreme weather conditions. This allows students to continue their education without compromising their safety. I've been involved in local community initiatives that aim to educate residents about preparing for and responding to the challenges posed by the climate. It's encouraging to see how, as a community, we come together to innovate and find solutions to the issues we face. In conclusion, the challenges of living in Yakutsk are profound and multifaceted. Yet, it's the spirit of innovation and resilience that shines through in the face of adversity. As I navigate this unique life, I am continually inspired by the ways in which we adapt, survive, and thrive in one of the coldest places on Earth. As we wrap up our incredible journey through Yakutsk, the coldest city on Earth, I can't help but feel the thrill of discovery still buzzing in my veins. Can you imagine living in a place where temperatures dip to a jaw-dropping -71 degrees Celsius? It's not just about the cold, it's about the resilience, the culture, and the spirit of the people who call this icy wonderland home. From the unique traditions of the Saka people to the breathtaking landscapes that transform into a winter paradise, Yakutsk is more than just a city, it's a testament to the beauty of human endurance. What surprised you the most about this frosty gem? Was it the incredible ice sculptures or the heartwarming stories of survival? And let's not forget the delicious local cuisine. If you've ever tasted straganina or warm, hearty pelmeni, you know there's a warmth that can chase away even the coldest of days. So, what are your thoughts on traveling to extreme climates? Would you brave the chill for a taste of adventure? Drop your comments below. And remember, there's a world full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Where should we explore next? Stay curious and keep traveling.